1, Lesson 2 in health science class. How's everybody doing? First of all, it's Thursday. Made it through week 1 in the books. I know it's been a hassle. I think when things really get going, it'll be a piece of cake. So hang in there. It'll be okay. Trust me. And just so you know, I'm only going to open a unit per week. So you can do 1 lesson a day if you want to do multiple lessons. So next week, starting on probably Sunday evening, I'll open up unit 2 for the week. And then I'll try to catch up with the videos. My videos are going to be behind because some of you are just like roaming through everything, you know, chomping at the bit and ready to go. But hey, I like it. And if you ever want to go back and watch these, you can. You don't have to watch them at all. Although I like all the views on my YouTube channel. Anyway, so today, Unit 1, Lesson 2, the history of health sciences. I'm just moving right along. And this was a pretty cool lesson because there's some things that I learned myself as I went through it. But when you think of the history of health scientists, or health sciences, see, scientists? I'm not even gonna trim this and cut it and edit it. Usually I do that, but forget it. This is, if you were here, I'd make that same mistake. Obviously, health sciences started with the first humans. So ancient peoples used to use herbs and plants and various other treatments to treat illnesses, okay? These treatments developed out of trial and error. They just tried it, you know? Maybe they saw an aloe plant and they're like, ooh, let's get the aloe vera and rub it on something that'll make us feel better, okay? So all trial and error. And the knowledge of how it's worked was passed down from generation to generation. So many of these beliefs about illness and death were wrapped up in superstitions and religions. Individuals began to learn more about the body and what affected it. So oldest recorded medical treatments took place in, guess where? That's where I give you one clue. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt, okay? Think about those Egyptians and those pyramids and all that cool stuff they're doing with people. They're mummifying people. So the earliest known surgery took place in ancient Egypt in 2750 BCE. It's a long time ago, okay? They also did some forms of treatments that included sutures, so stitches, for those of you that don't know what sutures are, bandages, and using honey to combat infection. So super cool there, just experimenting, and hey, they found out it worked, let's go with it. I mean, they did stitches back then, guess what? We still have stitches today, you know? How cool. Scholars have also found medical writings from ancient India, China, Mesopotamia, Greece, and Italy. I'm so proud of myself for not messing up Mesopotamia. Now, the ancient Chinese, okay, they used a more holistic approach when it came to medicine and healthcare, whereas the ancient Greeks, and the most popular Greek individual when it came to medicine was Hippocrates, also known as the father of medicine. Okay, he believed that illnesses were not caused by spirits or other supernatural beings, but were triggered by natural causes. We go over to travel to ancient Romans. Okay, they built sanitation systems to bring in clean water to the cities to remove unclean water and waste. Super cool, right? During the Middle Ages, medical practices were used alongside folk remedies, and treatments often occurred at religious institutions such as monasteries. During the Renaissance period in Europe, it was witnessed the revival of science, including health sciences. One factor was wider use of human dissection. So they figured it out. They're like, if somebody passes on, dies, whatever, you know, we can study their body to find out what's really going on in there, okay? So Leonardo da Vinci, you've heard of him before, right? Everybody's heard of Da Vinci. Used dissections to better understand the human anatomy. For example, as technology progressed and people began studying various aspects of human body, advances were made in other related sciences. Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Look at that. Now when you read that, if you're reading through this and you're going off of my video, Van Leeuwenhoek. That's a name for you. Anyways, he was the first to observe bacteria in 1676 with the help of a microscope. Yeah, a microscope could be really helpful in that case. Moving on, studies by Charles Darwin and Gregor Mendel in the mid-1800s led to the foundation of the field of genetics. About a century later, the structure of DNA was discovered by a team of researchers in the UK. By the 1950s, physicians were also successfully transplanting organs from one person to another. 1950s wasn't that long ago, folks, but you know, now we're like super good at it. Now you have all kinds of bionic parts you can put in people and machines that keep you alive. From this historical foundation, the health science field has grown and become an increasingly important part of everyday lives. Health science professionals continue to use and improve upon the discoveries and knowledge that earlier researchers and scientists have given to us. Every day, just like technology, the healthcare field is expanding. Something new is happening, something is invented that's gonna change the world. You know, one day I'm hoping to get bionic knees that will still allow me to run. Because right now, if I had bionic knees, I don't think I'd be able to run. But you can see all the advances in technology and in the healthcare system over the last, probably since you were born, and you're gonna continue to see these advances for the rest of your life. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this lesson. Catch you guys on Monday.